Hello everybody, Mayor Dan Tolan here. Time for another weekly update. So looking at the weather, looks like we're going to have some nice weather this week. And then after that, fall will definitely be making a comeback. So remember to bring all your grass clippings and your leaves to the compost site, which will be open after several days of grinding and hauling. Most of you have heard by now that Chancellor Connie Foster announced Friday that students will be sheltering in place and taking classes online for the next 2 weeks. This is to control the number of active cases on campus. Yesterday that number was 84. They are doing all of the right things at the university to slow this spread. We're also aware that some students in the River Falls School District have tested positive for COVID-19. Following the county's guidelines, close contacts were quarantined for 14 days from the last days of exposure. These contacts will also be monitored for symptoms. Due in large part to the uptick in cases, Library Director Tanya Mizzelt announced yesterday that the library remained closed to in-person traffic. Of course, we always have curbside pickup remains popular, as are the many programs and events available online. I encourage you to visit the website on your screen for more information. So if you requested an absentee ballot for the November 3rd election, the city's clerk office staff began mailing them out last Thursday. They will continue to send ballots as they are requested from myvote.wi.gov, the Wisconsin Election Commission, and any mailed-in request. For instructions on how to fill out your ballot and envelope properly, as well as other elections-related information, I encourage you to view a new city video located at the website below. If you plan to return your ballot by mail, please allow ample time for it to be processed and mailed. Before we move on, I want to thank city staff for hosting a voter registration event yesterday outside the library. This was to celebrate National Voter Registration Day. It was a beautiful day to be out and about. If you couldn't make it, you can still register online anytime before October 14th at myvote.wi.gov. You can also register in person at City Hall through October 20th, or if you choose to vote in person on Election Day, you can register at the polls as always. Okay, so let's take a look at the weekly COVID-19 numbers. In the first slide, you'll see that Pierce County has 72 active cases. It is an increase of 39 since last week, and most of that is due to the university outbreak. The cumulative case total for the county is 408. The activity level is high. And the next slide, you can see that St. Croix County has 233 active cases, an increase of 104 since last week. St. Croix County's activity level is high also. The next slide showed us that there are 14,414 active cases in Wisconsin. On the next slide, you'll see that because of the outbreak at the university, they have gotten behind with contact tracing in Pierce County, and they are not meeting the benchmarks. So a couple more things before I wrap this up. Fall cleanup begins Monday, October 5th, and runs through Saturday, October 10th. Check the hours and any acceptable and unacceptable items at the website below. Remember, cleanup day is available to River Falls municipal utility customers only. Several weeks ago, I mentioned a collaboration of several local organizations who are working together to create a campaign to stop the spread of COVID-19 in our community. It's called Let's Do Our Part, River Falls. You can find a list of participants and a recent flyer that the group created at the website below. Look for more from this partnership in the coming days, and let's adopt our message and do our part, especially as we see case increases in River Falls. So there's one final thing I'd like to talk about. We have to remember that we are all in this together. We are a city that strives to promote caring, respect, love, and acceptance. In these trying times, we will never all agree on everything, and that is okay. Disagreement used to be how we could move forward with good conversations and discussions, and it's how we used to be able to come together and unite and compromise. We need to remember that that is the best path forward. Yelling and screaming at each other, stealing signs out of people's yards, and vandalism is not the path forward. All it does is show our ignorance. We need to be more tolerant of everyone's opinions and everyone's right to express those opinions, even when we totally disagree with them. We need to remember these things as we interact with our neighbors, friends, co-workers, and visitors to our community. The last thing we need is for our citizens to forget what makes us a great community. A community that people want to move to and be a part of. Let's show everyone how great of a community we can be. We cannot let the ignorant people control the destiny of our city and the message that we put out there to other communities. Okay, sorry. I'll get off my soapbox now. Sorry, one more final I wanted to put out there. So this is something we really need to do. We all have to remember to take a little time each day and concentrate on all of the good things in our life and all of our blessings. There's so much negativity that we need to take a little time for us to do this. It's pretty simple. Do whatever makes you happy. Tell a joke, watch or listen to a comedian. Just do something every day that makes you smile. So in this, I'll get started with a classic joke. So a horse walks into a bar. The bartender looks at the horse and says, "Why the long face?" Come on, that's a great joke. You got to laugh at that. So I'll leave you there. So in the meantime, I'll see you next week. And if anybody has any questions or comments, don't hesitate to get a hold of me at dtoland@rfcity.org. Thanks and be safe. Bye now.